For those who somehow don't know, this year's Marvel Studios panel at San Diego Comic-Con might not have had a ton of new reveals, but it did end with a major surprise. We found out that Avengers 5 is now called Avengers Doomsday, and Robert Downey Jr. is set to play the iconic Marvel villain Doctor Doom. Marvel fans are still buzzing about that announcement. It's a huge deal that Marvel's most iconic villain is finally making his MCU debut. And you could see Doctor Doom popping up sooner than you'd expect. He's lined up for the 2026 Avengers Doomsday movie, but there might be a solo flick before that to really dive into his character. There was almost a solo Doctor Doom movie not too long ago, but it didn't get very far and ended up being scrapped. So fans are still waiting for the iconic Marvel villain to get his moment in a major film, but with RDJ, I think it's going to happen. So far, Doctor Doom has mostly been the bad guy in movies featuring Marvel's first family. Julian McMahon played him in two Fantastic Four films from 20th Century Fox. Later, Fox rebooted the team in 2015 with Toby Kebbell as Doom. Unfortunately, both versions of Doctor Doom and the films themselves didn't do well. Because of this, no live-action Doom has truly captured the essence of the comic book character. For years, fans hoped Fox would finally give Doctor Doom a faithful adaptation, and it seemed like that might happen in 2017. Reports from that year suggested Fox was planning to make Doom the centerpiece of a full Marvel film. There was a lot of excitement about the announcement, but it didn't go anywhere. But now, according to rumors, MCU wants to make a Doctor Doom film to explain how RDJ, former MCU's hero, aka Iron Man, became the green villain. Now trust me, Iron Man being the Doctor Doom is a thing. It makes more sense than you might think. But the big question is, why Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doom? Is this Doom an evil variant of Tony Stark? We have plenty of questions and few answers right now. However, it's worth noting that Iron Man and Doctor Doom have a deep history in Marvel's comics. This casting choice will likely play into that relationship in some way. As we process this surprising announcement, let's dive into the connection between Doom and Iron Man in the comics, and how it might influence the MCU's unique take on Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is often defined by his rivalry with Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. In the classic origin story, Doom and Richards were college roommates and intellectual rivals. Victor Von Doom was fixated on creating a machine to talk to his deceased mother, despite Reed's warnings about its dangers. Doom's arrogance led to the machine exploding, leaving him with severe facial scars. After a transformative journey around the world, Victor Von Doom emerged as Doctor Doom. While Mr. Fantastic is Doctor Doom's primary enemy, Doom has also clashed with Iron Man on several occasions. Their rivalry gained significant traction with a 1981 storyline called Doom Quest, where both Tony Stark and Victor Von Doom are sent back in time to King Arthur's court. Doom tries to team up with Morgan Le Fay, but their efforts are no match for the combined strength of Iron Man and King Arthur's knights. Doom and Iron Man had another major showdown in 2007's Mighty Avengers. Set after the Civil War crossover and Tony Stark's appointment as director of S.H.I.E.L.D., the story sees Doom accused of an attack on New York City. Iron Man leads an Avengers and S.H.I.E.L.D. assault on Doom's Latvian kingdom. Although Doom wasn't behind the attack, he ends up in S.H.I.E.L.D. custody. Tony Stark, as one of the few people who can match Doom's intellect, was always likely to be on Doom's radar. This dynamic mirrors Doom's complex relationship with characters like T'Challa. The contrast between Tony's reliance on science and Doom's embrace of the supernatural fuels their conflict, similar to the ongoing rivalry between Iron Man and the Mandarin. Their relationship isn't always just about conflict. After the events of 2015's Secret Wars, where Doom is redeemed and gets his old face back, he starts to turn things around. In Invincible Iron Man, Doom becomes a supporting character, trying to help even though Tony Stark is skeptical of his intentions. Doom takes on the role of Iron Man for a while after Tony falls into a coma in 2016's Civil War II. In Infamous Iron Man, Doom dons his own Iron Man suit and tries to uphold Tony's heroic legacy. He even defends Stark Industries from an attack by the Hood and his gang, but it comes at the cost of his recently restored face. There are actually versions of Doctor Doom in the Marvel Multiverse who are Tony Stark. For example, Iron Maniac is a version of Tony Stark introduced in 2004's Marvel Team-Up No. 3. Another notable version appears in 2010's What If? Iron Man Demon in an Armor No. 1, where Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark swap bodies in college. Trapped in Stark's body, Doom seeks revenge, leading Tony to embark on a long quest to dismantle Doom's Stark Universal company. We've covered the long history between Doctor Doom and Iron Man in the comics, but that still doesn't explain why Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom. Why cast the actor who made Iron Man famous as a different Marvel character? One possibility is that Downey might be playing a fresh role as Doctor Doom, separate from his Tony Stark persona. Remember, Doom is known for rarely taking off his mask, which could help keep Downey's Stark resemblance under wraps. Depending on how extravagant Downey's portrayal is, the films might overlook the fact that the actor underneath Doom's armor looks and sounds a lot like Tony Stark. Downey's ability to transform himself, as seen in Chaplin and Sherlock Holmes, suggests he could convincingly take on this new role with a different accent and persona. It's not the first time an MCU actor has taken on a completely different role. For instance, Michelle Yeoh played Alita Ogord in Guardians of the Galaxy and Ying Nan in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. David Dastmalchian was Kurt Gröster in the first two Ant-Man films and later played Veb in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Gemma Chan appeared as Minerva in Captain Marvel and then as Cersei in Eternals, so double casting isn't new. However, it's hard to believe Marvel would cast Downey without connecting it to his history as Tony Stark. Another possibility is that Doom is being reimagined as a variant of Stark. With the Fantastic Four First Steps set in an alternate retro-futuristic version of New York City, it's conceivable that in this universe, Tony Stark could be the one who rooms with Reed Richards in college and becomes obsessed with outdoing his rival. This version of Tony Stark might experience a twisted version of the origin story from 2008's Iron Man, becoming disfigured and retreating into a powerful suit of armor to seek revenge against the Richards family. While he might not be the main antagonist in the Fantastic Four First Steps, with Ralph Ineson's Galactus taking that role, it's likely he'll have a presence in the film. Ideally, this movie will give Downey's new character an origin story before he takes center stage in Avengers Doomsday. The Fantastic Four are confirmed to join the MCU, appearing in both Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. It's safe to assume Doom will accompany them. Making Doom a refugee from another world could also explain why he hasn't appeared in previous MCU projects. The Fantastic Four First Steps could be the key to introducing him. Whether Downey's Doom is Victor Von Doom or a variant of Tony Stark, it's clear that this character is a far cry from Iron Man. Doom's egotistical nature, his reliance on both advanced technology and dark magic, and his role as a godlike figure make him a stark contrast to Iron Man. While Iron Man was the MCU's savior, Doom represents its greatest threat. Casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom offers a chance for the MCU's most significant actor to portray a completely different, yet profoundly impactful character. We've seen Downey as a hero. Now, it's time to witness his portrayal of one of the MCU's greatest villains. That's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.